if I could hit a tennis ball like I don't need to hit it like Andre Agassi,
No,
but as long as I could get it over with at least looking like excuse me, I knew, then that'd be fun.
to me, it just looks fun. It's more active.
Yeah. Come on, Liam.
Soccer field's too damn big. You ever been to a hockey game?
Oh yeah. I used to when I was growing up. My uncle lived Union Colleges in Schenectady, New York, and
Schenectady.
Schenectady.
Shout out.
Shout out Schenectady. Shout out Schenectady. It's a cool place. There's a school there called Union College, small school, private school, but they have a really big hockey program. Like it's a Division I hockey program. All the other sports, I don't know if all of them, but most of them are all like Division III.
Yeah.
But the hockey program is Division I, and they've been a thing for a long, long time. It's a very old school. They've been playing hockey a long time, so they got a good following. But anyway, he would take me there growing up. It was cool. It was a small little arena. It's hockey.
Yeah.
I watch them. They're on ESPN Plus all the time, so I watch them.
You know something? You are the worst fisher I've ever seen, yeah. All right, chill the fuck out.
We never really cooked what we caught, though.
Only a few times.
We went to the Ohio River, and I was little, and I remember then, you know, these are alcoholic, grizzled men that I'm with,
Yeah.
and even they didn't want to eat the
Right.
fish out of the Ohio River. They're like, nah,
Like, we're good.
we're good on that.
That's funny. I know. I remember going to the marina and fishing with my dad. Like, he wouldn't fish. He'd be drinking with his buddies behind me. I'd be sitting there catching bullhead, and he'd have
Yeah.
to come take it off the hook for me and throw it back in and catch bullhead. I never got into fishing. I'm not much of a fisherman. I don't know. I just never went enough, I guess, as a kid to really enjoy it. And
I don't like fishing. I love catching, though.
yeah, catching fish is fun.
I mean, to me, setting the hook on one,
Yeah.
the only other feeling that is hitting that perfect drive. Yeah,
The one that
you
goes
just
up,
get that,
and you feel it, right? Like when you hit a good drive, you can almost feel, like, you know, when you see a slow-mo, you see the ball like squish a little bit. You can almost feel that squish and feel it it takes
It's
off,
so clean.
and it just sits there, and then it drops down, and it doesn't happen a lot.
Nope.
We've driven
Cherish the ones that you do.
cherish. I mean, look, recently I don't even hit my driver anymore. I'm 2-iron or my 4-iron off because I just
Something you can have a little bit of confidence.
can't figure it out. There he is. Okay.
Hey,
What are you up to, Don?
Have all 20 kids this
Oh,
weekend.
God.
We're just gonna start building houses like the Amish, and we're gonna start our own football team.
Shoot.
Weekend.
We were just we were talking about you earlier, and what an enigma you are. And how old are you?
How old do you think I am?
I want to say you're probably like 25, 26.
I just turned 27.
And you got 3 kids now?
4.
4. How many?
So 3 are from me, and then
Yes.
I also have a
And then
stepdaughter.
you have a stepdaughter, right?
Yeah.
And 3 baby moms.
Yes.
Listen, you aren't supposed to work out. You aren't supposed to work out. You just aren't. You are not supposed to work out, and you did. And
I'm defying odds.
You are defying all the odds.
Yeah.
stepped up.
Yeah, you did. That's what we said. Like, I couldn't, no way. I don't know. I remember when you told me you were pregnant with, like, when you were having a second, when I looked at you and said, "You dumb son of a bitch." And you kind of got upset with me. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but goddamn, Liam." But you figured it out. I can't believe, not that I can't believe you did. I can believe you did it after knowing you. But
Well,
it doesn't happen.
There's a lot of
seem
people
happy,
that probably wouldn't. And that's the thing. It's hard. It's a lot, but it's so rewarding, man. It changed me having my first kid.
For sure.
And
I mean, you put them as a high priority, which you should. If more people did it, we wouldn't.
Yeah. It's tough thing, man.
A lot of people don't.
No, most people don't. I think most people don't. And I think I see that more and more now. Like, luckily, and you're going to enjoy the fact that you had kids young, Liam, because when you're my age, when you're like 40, 42, it's like, we can see the end, and then you can just chill. And like my kids are near doing the end of their high school, and I'm doing podcasts.
yeah, you're like hanging out with them.
Yeah, chilling.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm excited for that. I mean, I think you always tell yourself, oh, it's till they're 18, but really once they start turning 15, 16, they start having their own life. And my oldest is almost 8 right now, so I'm starting to see the end of the light. Yeah, I am happy I started early.
Yeah,
for sure. And I'm done though. 4 and done.
You're done?
I'm done with having kids.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah.
Absolutely no more.
But the way you have maneuvered through 3 baby moms and not even just maneuvered, but you have custody of your children, and you have shared parenting, and you have all the shit that most people don't want to fight for. Man, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy thing, Liam. Somebody better touch your pecker later because of it.
Well, I appreciate all that.
Yeah.
It means a lot, and I'm happy that people could see it on the outside.
No, for
So
sure.
thank you for saying that. That
It
means
will
a lot.
pay off. I mean, like you said, you kept thinking 18 years. Now you're thinking more. Once they're 15, they're going to kind of be doing their own thing, and that's where all your hard work to raise them and to be a role model will pay off, because they'll know what's right, they'll know what's wrong, they'll put themselves in better positions.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's really, they're our future too, the kids.
Shut up. So. Shut up. They're our future.
They're our future.
How
so
90s of you.
That was funny. Yeah, don't raise any douchebags. That's the problem. People raise douchebags and they get mad that other people call their kids douchebags. It's like, well, don't be a douchebag.
We were talking about that last pod. Yeah. If you have a asshole kid, you got to call it out right there. You can't let them be in public showing their ass. No way.
Well, you're not doing them a service by any means by letting them do that.
No, because look, teachers,
you're going to end up getting their ass kicked.
Yeah. And teachers talk, and coaches talk, and parents talk, and then you end up having a kid nobody wants to be around.
Yeah, no one wants that.
And then it's just, you failed at that point.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to get off stroking Liam for a while.
Oh yeah,
good job, Liam.
No,
we're proud of you, though. I mean, we really are, man. We're proud to know you.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to talk shit now. All right, give me some shit.
Well, me and Rick have said this a couple times.
Come in here and say that. Hold on. My wife's over in the corner overhearing our conversation, and she just said, "Who said we're done having babies?" Me, I said, "We are done."
I won't even talk to you anymore, kids, bro.
Yeah, that's not even funny. She knows we're done.
It works. You've proven the theory works.
Yeah, it works. And your pull-out game sucks. No more kids. Jesus Christ.
All right, on to the next subject.
Anyway, me and Rick have been talking about this, and speaking of young kids and parents, and Rick did the coaching thing in Athens for a while, so I mean, he got to see, Joe Burrow did his thing, and now he's doing the coaching, and he's seeing how kind of Joe Burrow has been a bad thing in a way, because everybody thinks their kid is the next Joe Burrow.
Oh, I'm sure in Athens, especially
I will tell you and you see both sides. Like, it's definitely pushed some kids who probably needed to be like. There's definitely some athletes coming out of the area that he has influenced in the way of, okay, they're good athletes, but again, they're good. They're good to begin with.
Yeah,
they're good to begin with. They got good genetics. Their parents are probably both like 6'2". One used to be a volleyball player. One used to be a baseball. Whatever the fuck, right? Like, genetics are important. I mean, their genetics are important.
6'5".
And if you're good, you're good. Right. You don't just wake up one day and at 15 and start throwing 92.
Yeah.
You're throwing 75 when you're 14 and you're throwing 85 when you're 15. And like, the shit just doesn't happen overnight. And that's the thing. Like, the kids who are good, it's like, I want to do that. And then they get better. But then the kids who are, and mind you, being average there's nothing wrong with being an average athlete. There's nothing wrong with being a bad athlete. There isn't.
Just be self-aware.
You got to be
of what you are.
You got to be self, and your parents got to be self.
5'2", you may be the guard this area's ever seen.
Yeah,
but it's this area.
It's this area. I mean,
you're not going to Notre Dame.
No. And look, and definitely celebrate the fact that you get local awards and you get some awards. Yeah, that's all a good thing. Like, you worked hard for it, but we're in a part of the country that nobody really gets challenged too much.
But here's the thing.
Unless they go find it.
Could you imagine being a kid right now and your parents just, Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow. And you think that you were really that good?
Yes.
The soul crushing that is going to happen when reality sinks in that.
Yeah, and it should sink in.
The world isn't Southeast Ohio.
It isn't. And what happened with him is a once in a lifetime. It don't happen. It don't happen. And let's not forget the fact that he had 4 other Division I football players on his high school football. Yeah, right. And again, it's an anomaly. And look, his whole the genetics were there.
Yeah,
the coaching was there. His dad. I mean, come on. Like, when you got all that, you can have all that, and you can't run and chew gum at the same time. And then you're still a bum. But you have to have everything.
Oh.
You can't have half of it.
But when it comes to character, though, I sincerely think Joe is a good dude.
Yeah.
Now in high school, I bet he had some douchey moments.
Why you have to?
I mean,
right.
But I don't think it was anything.
I think his parents probably. I do. I mean, from what the stories you hear and the way. And look, I mean,
what grade were you in, Liam?
What do you mean?
Because you got to run around with them for a while.
Yeah. So growing up, when we were younger, so we graduated the same year. We're the same age. We never went to the same school though. We just grew up playing the same sport.
My guy Kevin he's on the Yankees. He's at Yankee spring training right now. So we're trying to fucking hold that down. My brother's friend Kevin.
Where was he?
Oakland. No, he's with the Yankees.
You went up and seen him last year, didn't you?
Yes, last couple of years we went. Yeah, I remember that button you brought in. There it is.
Yeah. I remember when they played St. Vincent in basketball. LeBron's old team.
Yeah. They played them?
Yeah.
No shit.
Almost beat them too.
Oh shit.
But Joe, he had a couple throwdowns in that game, and
wow.
I mean, he showed that he could.
He is baller.
Now, granted, I mean, they didn't have LeBron,
right? But
still, at St. Vincent,
then it's whatever. But basketball nowadays, if you can't, when I was in high school, you could just play three. You could play three sports and just play those sports and figure it out and be okay.
Yeah.
And do fine. But now it's like you play a kid in 9th grade, and if you don't play all summer like he did, you come back and he's dropping 35 a game on you quick. And it's no joke, and you're not, because you're still the same kid you were as a freshman.
Well, I think travel ball is played. I think travel ball has unveiled some of the best talent, but in a lot of ways, I think it's hurt.
It's hurt.
It's hurt a lot.
Because here's what happens: so there's one person out there that ruined travel ball across all platforms for everybody, and that one person is the dad who had the kid who got cut, who shouldn't have made the team, and then he started his own team because his kid needed a team to play on. Because that's all it is now. All it is.
Oh, because you're paying.
It's hard to find a travel team that's not coached by a parent.
How do you feel about people, their parents intentionally holding them back to get an advantage in sports? I'm not going to say someone's name, but at Nelsonville, there was a couple kids that intentionally got held back to have the upper advantage.
That's a very, very easy answer. If you have to hold them back to be better, then they weren't that good to begin with. Because
I agree.
You're supposed to be playing up, not back.
Yes, that's very true. You're supposed to be the freshman starting on varsity,
right?
Instead
not the
96-year-old playing.
Right. But is this strictly for sports reason? For sports?
Yeah, strictly not to like help them advance in academics. It was strictly for sports.
Yeah. Well, see, like it was the thing when to be held back. But it had nothing to do with sports.
Right, yeah. If you need the extra year to get the knowledge for education, I understand that. But for sports,
I just can't picture that being a thing here.
Oh, it is. It's football. It's these kids in football. It's like, well, let me hold them back and make them go to 8th grade again, and then they'll be a year bigger and a year stronger, and maybe they can start as a freshman.
Yep.
Well, it's crazy. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you're not that good, then stop. Come on.
Well, I mean, the best that I was when I was like 20.
Yeah.
20 to 25 was my best.
That was your prime?
Yep. I mean, I did. I improved so much from when I graduated.
Yeah.
So I could see where maybe a year may give you one good year out of that.
But that's the difference? That's not going to be the difference between Duke and North Carolina.
No.
Right. No. That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Like, I think I think you should hold the kid back now. If the kid's legit, but he's a little slow and he needs some extra help, then hold his ass back so he doesn't fail out of school and never become anything.
Yeah.
But if you got a kid and you're like, no, if he plays with the younger kids, he'll be better. Well, then that's a parent talking. No kid wants to be held. Who the fuck? What kid wants to go to school another
longer
year
than they have to be? No one.
That's a parent thing. That's bad parenting.
Wow.
It is. It's not being honest with your kid. You have to be honest.
I guess I just never, that has never occurred to me.
You have to be honest with your kids.
People are doing that.
Both my kids play sports. Both of them have come to me at one point and said, I want to do this. I want to do this. Well, you can't because you're not doing the things to get there. You're just not. Don't come to me with this talk of this unless you put the work in. You have to be honest with your kids. You have to.
Like Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tim Duncan's 7 foot tall.
Huge.
He didn't play basketball.
Mm-mm.
He went to Wake Forest to swim. He had never
Are you
played
serious?
basketball.
Spurs Tim Duncan?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He's from, I can't remember what country.
Wake Forest, though?
I want to say the Dominican Republic or something like that.
But
it's somewhere in the Caribbean. But he went to Wake Forest on a swimming
scholarship.
And the basketball coach seen him and was like, "You're playing basketball," But he's 7 foot tall. I mean, he should. So
he was in St. Croix, the Virgin Islands. See how he did that? I got this.
Nice. But what sport do you think is easiest to pick up and to to be at a high level.
What sport?
Yeah.
For a 7-foot guy?
Well, it's like a long time ago on the Johnny Carson show, Tiger Woods is 4 years old.
Yep.
Out there hitting bombs. You know, his whole life is golf. What sport do you think? I mean, well, I guess
I would say basketball. The way you asked it, Ron, I would say basketball, because here's a ball, it has to go in the hoop,
and you can practice by yourself.
Yeah,
it's not a team sport. It is a team sport, but you can practice. Like baseball's hard. You need a lot of shit to do baseball.
Yep.
Hockey, no way, not a chance.
Yep.
Football, not a chance. Basketball, you can play by yourself. Soccer, even a little. Soccer, you can play by yourself. Gee, you really could.
Yeah.
But I would say probably soccer or basketball, just because you can do it all the time without anybody helping you to do it.
I mean, you know, even the shittiest park has a basketball rim.
Yeah. We were in New York City for Christmas, and there's like 500 basketball. There's like, I don't know what the number is. I'm going to look it up, how many courts in New York City, but it's a stupid 541 basketball courts in New York City.
Wow.
That's why everybody can handle the ball, and everybody's a great point guard from New York.
Skip said, wait.
I am a huge Allen Iverson fan. I love Allen Iverson. He's one of my favorite players ever. I loved watching Allen Iverson play.
I watched a video on Sebastian
Telfair
this morning.
A recent one? Was it one where he was telling everybody how great he was?
No, he was talking about Kobe.
Oh.
And how he is, he's like, Kobe is the GOAT, you know.
Listen, if there's a conspiracy, I think Kobe and Michael Jordan are somehow related.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Everything, Liam, look, you're a Kobe fan. Everything Kobe does looks like Mike. He talks like Mike. He walks like Mike. He points his fingers like Mike. He pumps his fists like Mike. He wears his clothes like Mike. He walks like Mike.
All that in past tense now.
Oh, I know. All right, shout out. R.I.P. You know what I think about is people, you know, and I think about America when it came to pass, right? Is why were the people who came to America coming to America? Why do people typically leave a country? It's because they were kicked out of the country. I think that's what happened. I think America was the first Cuba, like the Cuba refugee thing. Remember where Fidel sent all his like worst criminals over? They made him Scarface, the movie. That he sent all his worst people.
Hey, Frank, you a piece of shit.
I think England sent all their worst people over here because I think Christopher Columbus was a maniac.
You're thinking of Australia.
I'm telling you. I think America's made up of dumb English people. And I think that's why we're all retarded. Because look at England. They go out to drink every day at 4 and go home and have nice lives.
I mean,
what do? We go home and
we fought a war to get away from England. I mean, like, yeah, what you're saying may have some truth to it. I mean, it's people that didn't want to deal with the
tyranny
current system.
And now look at our system. We got a president, king, pay taxes out the ass. We got to pay to take roadways. We're England. We're old school England. England is evolved.
England's a little more streamlined like that because all they got to deal with is Parliament.
That's it. One thing. They got.
I mean, the king and queen. They even do.
Chill.
I mean,
they just chill.
Yep.
They just chill. The whole thing is just an absolute circus.
It is.
An absolute circus.
It has become professional wrestling almost. It is just people get on there and talk so much shit, and then they get it, and they don't do anything. It's all the same fucking nonsense.
And I will say though that Biden has provided some fantastic memes over the years. That dude says some hilarious stuff, or tries to say stuff that's hilarious. I don't know.
Falling off bikes, yeah.
We need younger. I don't care what party. We need younger.
Yeah, I agree.
We're not represented. We're not.
No.
You know, we're just told to deal with it.
Yeah.
Given some nonsense,
some bullshit
answer that's supposed to.
Well, and then when something serious happens, all of a sudden we'll see a sea creature in the ocean that'll take everybody's attention away, or some crazy shit.
Well, hey, there's aliens, Rick, and you know what? Nobody fucking cares.
They don't want nothing to do with us.
Nobody cares.
What are they coming here for?
The government has come out and said there's aliens, and nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Because it's just like, well, are they going to pay our bills? Are they going to give us free fucking electric? You know, no.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
So I'm from the black hole of Ohio.
So yeah, he's sick. So of course it's ESPN and it's Tiger. So Tiger is suffering from influenza.
Yeah.
No IVs at the course, so he's taking an ambulance to the hospital.
Was he? Did he really?
Yeah.
I saw something about something like that.
I mean, he looked pretty damn healthy out there Friday. I mean, he shot one over, but still.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just don't know if he's going to do it. I mean,
look, bro, he's 40 something, right? Like,
I think he's 50.
Is he 50 years old?
He's not 50 yet.
He's not?
He's not 50 yet.
He's older than me. Fuck. Hey, listen, I got a rangefinder now. So my game has completely changed.
Well, the tree's getting in the way of that.
Listen, as long as I have an idea. I've been hitting blind shots for 40 years.
Don't worry, the Grand Canyon is still in the driveway, so all the water
fix your fucking driveway. Listen, you should worry less about golf and greens fees and maybe fix your fucking driveway. Listen, I golfed a lot. Ronnie, we golfed more this year than we have in the past few years, right? So I'm back at it. Now I got a rangefinder, and my brother got me these things for Christmas. They're little barcodes, and you can program that. You can stick them on. They're stickers, and you put them on your clubs, and then or it's a QR code. And you can program
scan every time you hit.
No, like if you lose it, if somebody can scan it and it'll give them your phone, it'll give that person your phone number or contact information.
Oh well, that's saying something. Why are you leaving your clubs laying around?
It's for your clubs.
It's for your clubs.
Oh, I thought you was going to say your ball.
No, not my ball.
Yeah, just keep it, man.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because
why the hell are you leaving your clubs laying around?
I'm gonna ship your ball back to you. Yeah, asshole. No, I'm talking in this bitch. Next par 3 with water around the green. I'm fucking hitting this thing. Because Daphne, I told her what was going on when she got back in after you'd called me. I was like, hey, I got to get ready for this and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, she's like, well, what's the topic? And I'm like, who knows? It's going to be 15 of them within the first 5 minutes.
Listen, you sent me a text not long ago when I told you nobody was home, and you're like, oh, wow, you can watch porn with the volume on. And let me tell you, that was the most factual, logical text I've gotten in probably 10 years, because that's exactly what it means.
The Sears catalog was good enough.
Oh, Sears lingerie section was amazing.
I mean, the turning of pages was the only sound that we needed.
Now it's full of fat chicks.
That is true.
It is true.
Lane
it's full of big
Bryant
girls.
has taken over.
Yeah, it's full of
big
girls.
You just had to be careful. That way the pages didn't get stuck together.
They were too. Like it was just a block by the end of Christmas season.
Dead giveaway.
My mom's like, why do you got the Sears catalog in February? I'm like, I don't know.
It's just a block.
Just a block. It's true. It's a real thing. It's a problem. You go from Legos to boobs. It's like, fuck yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, your life turns to shit once you get laid for the first time.
I mean, and both are equally as fun to play with. I mean.